That was the perfect call out there. Once he got the block, he made a move, and he was headed to the end zone.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the lip. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take your tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Back to throw. McGuire. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, Otis, the punt team sending this one away. And Sanders now to return. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans team. Well, pick 6 on the first play of the drive, and Charles, we have our first point points in the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
On play action, Lawrence. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Houston will give them the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action now. Lawrence going for the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. Looking to throw on second down. McGuire under pressure. They got him again. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Looking to throw. McGuire looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wolf. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they'll have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are... Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and the Texans scoop it.
Do you remember in preseason when we went to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, McGuire. And he will find his man on the outside. Knocks over another. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. McGuire. And, that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
The strong windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On third down, McGuire under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Chase Young, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score time, 7-7.
And the first play will be a field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no return here for Sanders. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the...
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Lawrence will throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. Harris running straight ahead. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Najee Harris with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. As they have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. The Texans at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Throwing on 1st down. McGuire. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Cycle.
On 1st and 10, Maguire. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On second down, they'll run it here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Off play action. Maguire. Throw left side complete. That's Wolf. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Off the play fake. Maguire. This is Hamilton. He's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's said and done. 23 yards to pick up there. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Ultra.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-17.
Texans 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And no return here for Sanders. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
An option handoff given to Harris. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Throwing to start the drive. Maguire. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quinnen Williams in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's a love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's only able to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. An extra point right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated it.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They go play action with Lawrence. He's got his man, Thornton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On the double. Hey, jumper.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this one too low.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Going for it all. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Again, it's Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a first and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Sanders will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Texans 24. Tyler Bass sent the kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, check Rager.
Throwing to start the drive. Maguire. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Smash, red, yellow. Smash, smash. Cut.
Looking to throw. Maguire. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Let's go now.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Maguire. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, ready?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Cut.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Maguire forced out to his left. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
Check, peek. Ready?
Now a handoff as they run left side. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return here for Sanders. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
56 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw on second and 10, Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. So first and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Back to throw, Lawrence. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
They hand this off to Harris. There's a nice move. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run with Harris. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Here we go. Set. Opposite.
On the give, this is Harris. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll run. Here's Harris. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A 36-yard gain.
An excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Colts, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.